Greetings. This morning I'm looking at my old experiment from last year, which is a straw bale that I tried to turn into a little garden bed, a raised garden bed. It sort of worked. I got a little bit of production out of it, but not as much as I would like to. But as you can see, this straw bale here is now starting to really start to come apart and decompose, which is kind of the impetus for my next idea for this year, which is called core gardening. It's a lot like hugelkultur, which I don't know a whole lot about, but basically it's a way of conserving water in your garden bed. So I'm going to be walking over to my garden bed that I'm planning on tearing down and getting ready for this spring's planting, and I'll be going through a little step by step on the garden bed now. So behind me is this wonderful and wild garden bed. It's very long and about 4 feet wide. 4 feet wide being the ideal width, because basically what I want to do is I want to clear all the material that's within the center of this bed and dig a trench that's about 11 inches deep to put my former garden bed that was that raised bed that's basically made out of straw bale, and put that straw bale down in the 11-inch trough that's in the middle of this bed here, and it'll act as a sponge, basically absorbing the water and releasing it slowly throughout the day, so that the plants can get the water that's trapped in the straw as it's decomposing and breaking down underneath the soil, and release it out to the plants during the daytime, during the heat. And that will help me to minimize my use of water during what is now a drought in California after many years of not getting enough rain. And this is kind of my way of dealing with the climate as it's changing and the environment as it's changing, and taking an idea from last year that wasn't a complete success and turning it into what will be hopefully a greater success this year as we're facing a drought and I'm trying to deal with some of my water conservation needs. All right, so after you've pulled everything out of the center of the bed, and of course in this case I'm going to leave the stuff that's on the edges, because you can see I have a little tiny pepper right here that's growing, and the last thing I want to do is get rid of that. But once the center of the bed is cleared, then you dig a trench and then you'll bury the straw. So I'll do that next. Okay, right here you can see, maybe you can see that I dug a little trench all the way down the middle of this box. And I'm now going to go get the straw to put in there to fill it up, and I'll tamp that down really nice and snug, and then I'll mound some soil over the top of that, because of course it will sink during the course of the growing season, and I don't want it to be lower than level at some point, so it'll be mounded up when I'm all done, and I'll show you that. So the straw that you use to put into this bed with the core gardening method wants to be as close to rotted as possible, and as you can see, this is very well broken down. I actually had some worms coming out of it as I was breaking this bale apart, and this is the straw bale from last year that I did some gardening in. Chainsawed out the middle, which was not a very intelligent idea, and then filled it all with some really great soil and compost, and it's now very well broken down. This is going to make a great medium to put into the channel of the core garden, and this will make a nice moist sponge that will hold the moisture under the soil and release it slowly throughout the day. And this is going to be exactly what you want. So if you know somebody who has straw bales sitting around because they have an archery range or they have a ranch and the stuff's been sitting outside and it's nicely rotted, the more rotten the better. You want it to be really well broken down so that it can really clump together like this stuff is and hold moisture like a sponge. So now I have put the straw in here and tapped it down, kind of made it so that it's all tamped and very sponge-like. It's holding water right now, and when I cover it over with some good soil, it'll be a natural sponge that will absorb water when I water the garden and then release it slowly out to the sides. It supposedly will release out as far as 2 feet on each side. So if I had a wider bed, I would have to probably do a couple of these core channels. But in this case, because this bed is long and narrow, it's going to be able to take care of the watering needs for both sides. So I'll be able to do one deep watering probably once a week, and that'll take care of all my watering needs for this particular bed for the summer. And this is the one that has the most sun in it. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and I'm now going to cover this over with soil, and then I'll be able to begin my planting. So here's the finished product of my core gardening technique. I've now covered over that core of straw that's rotted with some soil, and of course I have left some plants My tree collards are spectacular and they're in bloom, which is attracting the honeybees and making more seed for a plant that I want to grow again. So I'm leaving those there because they're along the edges, and of course my peppers and my garlic along the outside edges, and some nice flat leaf parsley and chard and all kinds of other great things. I'm gonna leave all the stuff that's out on the edges because that was not in the way of this project. And now the center of this bed is ready for planting, and of course there's some open edges as well. So I'll be getting to planting over the next couple days here, because on the weekends is my planting time. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with this bed. I'm hoping that I'll only have to water it once a week during the summer because we're having a drought. All right, I hope this has been helpful for all of you, and I hope you have a good time and get inspired to go do some gardening today. Thank you very much. This is Burton saying goodbye.